So we open with Zeke turning himself in, and Method Man tell him, look, don't talk to nobody in there. They gonna try to rat you out. Tariq wakes up at Lauren's and runs off. He's like, I'll see you in class. And she's like, wait. But child, he gone already. However, Zeke is still sad because he looked like an idiot at the interview and ain't gonna get no draft. So Tariq gets to the Hardy Boys room and he tells him some of their customers got pulled in by the cops. However, he's looking at a notification from family court. However, Baby Bop tells the Hardy Boy, look, if Kane comes around, just text me. And if you ask where I am, you don't know nothing. Something's afoot. Monet calls Carrie Hilson and lets her know stay away from my nephew. However, the Popo come back and ask Professor Carrie Hilson if she can read Jabari's manuscript so she could help them look for the true killer. However, with Monet and Mecca, she tell him, look, I've been making big mistakes and I gotta get back on my game. I took care of everything. I don't need your money and we ain't fighting together no more. I don't trust myself with you. Well, girl, your man's in jail. You better get the dick you can. You just had a boyfriend, so what's the issue? Dante show her the trust he set up for her kids and he like, look, you living in a time bomb just trying to keep your world together with spitting credit card debt. You're gonna fuck up one day. You better get with the winning team. You see, you're not on the right team, so I'm gonna give you this right here. We ain't had a good in a minute. I said Back in school with Professor Carrie Hilson, we're talking about karma and the fact that it means you can't escape your sins. What sins you know of Tariq's, heifer? Because you sure honing in on him. Lord, so after class, Monet pop up on Baby Bop and his girlfriend, and she's like, who's that? Zeke's aunt. So Monet is quizzing Kane about Jabari's killing. He said, look, Jabari said Drew name he knew about GTG, so Kane just shot him. I tried to clean up the mess. Monet says, all right, well, I'm gonna need you to earn my trust back by finding out the name of Kane's connect. Back with the Popo, Professor Carrie Hilson is telling them, well, Tariq is clearly the guy in the book, because Jabari thought we were bumping uglies. Maybe Tariq found out that Jabari was on to him and tried to shut him up. But then you'd have to prove that Baby Bop knew about the book. Now Monet go to Kane and tell him, find me Tariq's weaknesses so I can control him and this mess won't happen again. Meanwhile, Tariq's girlfriend don't want to wear the wire no more and she tells Carrie Hilson and she's like, I don't think you can do that at that point, but they starting to think it's Braden. But you like, look, don't tell Tariq that they think it's Braden because he might say something and Tariq could get hurt. Meanwhile, across the campus, Kane stops by Braden's. And then Lauren comes by and she sees Kane's present. So she was also looking for Tariq and she tell Kane, who called himself Lorenzo, I just saw him talking to Zeke's aunt. Baby Bop meets with his lawyer Alvin and gets him to represent him so he can get Yaz back. And he's like, well, since your grandmama was misappropriating funds, I guess I'ma do it. So Kane meets with Mecca and he's upset that Monet didn't get in Tariq's ass. And Mecca says, well, look, you better not let her pick Tariq, even if you gotta force her hand. With the Sissy storyline, Emmett's thinking about doing the draft and leaving New York, but he might have a reason to stay with Drew. But Drew's trying to give him some dick to stay in that dorm for. So Zeke knocks on the door and Drew says, let him in. And so he acts like he was playing Nintendo. And Zeke's like, how y'all know each other? And he said, oh, that's right, we met at the club. After Zeke leaves, Emmett says, well, you lie, Izzy. You scored, sissy. Worry about your own cramped closet. However, across town, Baby Bop meets with Diana asking her to sneak him some product without Monet knowing. So Diana confronts Kane and says, look, I know you switched the drugs with powdered sugar when you was trying to get back with the family. So you better help me get Tariq this product for his sis. Or I'll just tell Monet and let her decide. You want to take that ride? With Tariq's girlfriend and the Popo, she's telling them about Lorenzo being Zeke's cousin and how he was in the bedroom for Tariq, not Braden. So now the Popo trying to pin the murder on Kane, thinking that Zeke hired him, not knowing that Kane killed him just because Kane's a killer. Tate's like, child, we ain't got evidence to first. So Monet go to jail and tell Tejada the good news. However, he gets a call from Sachs about their hearing tomorrow and doesn't mention it to Monet. He's gonna hef on home and shock her shitless. Shitless. So Braden goes to do the drop with Kane instead of Baby Bop. And then Baby Bop follows Kane to Mecca's so he can report back to Monet. Hey, hey. Goodness, but Tariq gets caught by Nuff spying. So Kane say he don't know Tariq and Nuff stomps him out. Good, I'm glad to see Baby Bop get a beating. Back at Mecca's, they wondering if Tariq followed Kane or if Kane's in cahoots with him. Or so Mecca killed Nuff because Nuff couldn't be sure that he was with Mahoney. Method Man meets with his brother in prison, and the brother trying to keep him out of prison while Method Man trying to get him out of prison. The brothers worry something will come out, and maybe Method Man might have to take the fall for something he did. But he's going to use Sachs to double-cross him. Aw, Tariq got turned down for his apartment because he showed up beat up. Lauren's like, where you been? What happened? She ain't coming back. And he really needs the place so he can play Pappy the Ass. Lauren, however, gives Baby Bop her brother's place because he's in a halfway heezy. So Lauren's wearing the wire and she brings up how happy Braden was at Professor Reynolds' death, and Tariq was like he didn't even know about the death and he didn't know Professor Reynolds. However, Professor Reynolds did tell me who the book was about and it wasn't about Braden, not knowing that the Popo's listening in. However, Kane drops by Monet's with Tariq's phone and lets her know he's got a custody battle for his sister. And here's his phone. He tell Monet, I know you had Tariq tell me and he could have gotten killed. We both could have gotten killed. So Monet pops up at Tariq's court hearing and tells him, get in the car. Girl, she lock him in the car and tell him you gonna sit here till you lose your sister like I almost lost Z. So now Tariq gets his gift of gab going. He like, look, you think you in control, but everything's going on under your nose. Kane sugared your cocaine to get back with the fam. Drew's still fucking that guy that snitched. And Diana stole the money from you. You need help, girl. Your kids ain't here for you. So she let him go on to the hearing. She like, damn, he right. Lord, so we get in the hearing, Alvin speaking up for Tariq, and then Debbie Morgan said a baby can't raise a baby, and the judge said, well, have you done your rehab? And she said no, but I prayed on it. The judge was just like, girl, if you don't get this crap out of my face. This is not Candy Burris' album. We not about to break into I Stay Prayed Up. So Tariq gets custody, but the Popo's searching his boudoir. Oh, Lord, but Tate done found Ramirez's badge just where Kane planted it. Messy boo. So Monet meets with Mecca, and she's like, I think I took my kids down the wrong path. And he's like, well, can I meet Zeke now? And she's like, let me talk to my kids, but soon. And they start to kissing. So Kane done framed Baby Bop, and they arrested him for the murder of Martinez and Jabari. You ain't getting that, sis. So Alvin meets Baby Bop in jail, and he give him an envelope from his pappy in case he ever gets arrested for murder. What the hell? Somebody said Ghost was coming back. The pappy didn't send him a fuck you from beyond the grave. Well, child, that was the shit. I'ma see you soon, I guess, for Matrix Revolulu. Ooh, Monet comes home to find Tejada there chatting with his kids. Uh-oh. Well, that was good, and now Monet ain't in charge no more.